Hi everyone, welcome to Everyday, your daily stop for virtual reality content. I am D, and I have not updated in a long time. And the short explanation is I've been working on a VR research project on compression of light fields so that VR developers who develop in Unity can start to get light field assets into their engines. I've been working on this together with Fruxius, the developer of Sightline, and Sightline, the chair, and I'm going to be submitting, hopefully, some of this research at the Eurographics Symposium on Rendering, which is in Germany, which has a paper deadline in early April. I'm also just returned this weekend from Vancouver, where I spent 5 days at the conference on learning at scale and the conference on computer-supported collaborative work, where I presented work on online education and small group activities in that setting. And since I've been thinking about education all weekend, I think this is a great time for me to visit a VR education-related demo. So this demo I'm going to be looking at today has gotten a lot of attention lately because it just had a very successful Kickstarter. It is the Apollo 11 VR experience. So this is an educational demo created by Drash, the developer of Titans of Space, together with the people behind Virtual Reality Reviewer, which is a spectacular VR review channel, highly professional team. If you're not subscribed, I don't understand why you're not subscribed. And they're together trying to build this authentic educational experience that reproduces lots of the little real life aspects of the real Apollo 11 moon landing, and lets you kind of get in the shoes of those real astronauts from their own perspective. And this is just a little demo that was posted on the Kickstarter to kind of as a proof of concept to show what it's like. And the full experience, I'm sure, is going to be much richer and deeper. But I'm still very excited to try this. Before I jump in, I also got my Crystal Rift t-shirt in the mail. This was my Kickstarter reward for backing the Crystal Rift project. And Crystal Rift is kind of a dungeon crawler with a 2D grid-based layout. I covered it in a previous video. Very excited about that game as well. And without further ado, I'm going to jump on into Apollo 11 VR. This is my very first time trying this, completely blind, so any reactions are completely authentic. Let's go ahead and get in there. All right, here we are in the demo. Health and safety warning, get out of my face. Okay, it said please press face forward and then press the key to begin. Immersive VR education. This is their project, I guess, or they have a website dedicated to this immersive VR education project, which I assume is going to include other experiences in addition to the Apollo 11 experience in the long run. So this is very cool. This is the menu screen. I'm on some kind of lunar surface. Got this cool music going on. There are the keys. Okay, reset orientation. F1, start, right mouse button. I don't need to do that. Cycle camera bounds. F3. Subtitles. I'm going to turn on subtitles for the benefit of the hard of hearing watching my videos. Switch seats. Tab or trigger. And Q to quit. Okay. I'm ready to go. Let's dive in. Best experienced wearing earphones. I got my little earbuds in. In 1957, Soviet Russia launches Sputnik 1, the first man-made object in space. In 1961, Russian Yuri Gagarin becomes the first man in space. I probably said that wrong. For those 5 years, America was one step behind in the space race. In 1962, American President John F. Kennedy raises the stakes by announcing America's intentions to put a man on the moon. The following speech was delivered to the American people to support this endeavor.
No man can fully grasp how far and how fast we have come. But condense, if you will, the 50,000 years of man's recorded history in a time span of but a half a century. Stated in these terms, we know very little about the first 40 years. Except at the end of them, advanced man had learned to use the skins of animals to cover them. Then about 10 years ago, under this standard, man emerged from his caves to construct other kinds of shelter. Only 5 years ago, man learned to write and use a cart with wheels. Christianity began less than 2 years ago.
Oh, look at that TV.
The printing press came this year. And then less than 2 months ago, during this whole 50-year span of human history, the steam engine provided a new source of power. Newton explored the meaning of gravity. Last month, electric lights and telephones and automobiles and airplanes became available. Only last week did we develop penicillin and television and nuclear power. And now, if America's new spacecraft succeeds in reaching Venus, we will have literally reached the stars before midnight tonight. This is a breathtaking pace, and such a pace cannot help but create new ills as it dispels old. New ignorance, new problems, new dangers. Surely the opening vistas of space promise high costs and hardships, as well as high reward. So it is not surprising that some would have us stay where we are a little longer, to rest, to wait. But this city of Houston, this state of Texas, this country of the United States was not built by those who waited and rested and wished to look behind them. For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond. And we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. And it is one of the great adventures of all time. Those who came before us made certain that this country rode the first waves of the Industrial Revolution, the first waves of modern invention, and the first wave of nuclear power. And this generation does not intend to founder in the backwash of the coming age of space. We mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind. And its opportunity for peaceful cooperation may never come again. But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others do.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about
It's
to
the
turn
Earth.
blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
So that was awesome. They recreated that real 60s kind of room with all the furniture and everything, and the tiny 60s TV.
I think the momentous, most memorable thing that I can recall about that particular day was the opportunity while my two friends here were being put into the spacecraft to stand alone by myself out there and look at the rocket and the quietness and see the sun come up and the waves rolling in and the evidence of the millions of people watching, but nothing specific, and just so quiet and to realize that indeed such a contrast was going to take place, all the frantic activity preparing the rocket, but it was so quiet up there for me personally, and that in a very few moments we were going to be departing in a great roar and off for a momentous event.
I had no idea how big this rocket was until just now. This thing is like 12 stories tall. It's huge. Look at this. And all those platforms? How long do you think it took to build all this? And I was just ducking under that beam even though I totally didn't need to do that. Wow. Oh, hey there.
I thought we had a 90% chance of getting back safely to Earth on that flight, but only a 50-50 chance of making a successful landing on the first attempt. There's so many unknowns in that descending from lunar orbit down to the surface that had not been demonstrated yet by testing. It's a risk-reward equation, and you're able to accept a level of risk so long as it's commensurate with the reward that you will get by achieving the goal that you're after.
We're on the elevator. We're going right up to the module where we're going to hang out while we're launching. Oh my gosh, we're inside. I'm in my suit.
T-minus 1 minute, 35 seconds.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
The flight to land of the first men on the moon.
Should I be wearing a helmet too?
Coming in to the control center at this time indicate we are go. 1 minute, 25 seconds and counting. Our status board indicates the third stage completely pressurized. 80-second mark has now been passed. We'll go on full internal power at the 50-second mark in the countdown. Guidance system goes on internal at 17 seconds, leading up to the ignition sequence at 8.9 seconds. We're approaching the 60-second mark on the Apollo 11 mission. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We passed T-minus 60. 55 seconds and counting.
So this is all based on the real cockpit?
It's been a real smooth countdown. We passed the 50-second mark. Power transfer is complete. We're on internal power with the launch vehicle at this time. 40 seconds away from the Apollo 11 liftoff. All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still go with Apollo 11. 30 seconds and counting.
I just realized we're lying on our backs and looking up at the sky.
T-minus 25 seconds.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna take off. Guys, I'm not ready. No.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal.
So this is the actual audio footage right before the takeoff.
10, 9, ignition sequence start.
Alright.
6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh god, we're shaking. We're shaking.
0. All engine running.
Okay, this is going to be some serious G-forces.
32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Okay, we're moving. We're moving.
Tower clear.
There go the clouds.
Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on a proper heading.
Well, this is a little bit scary.
Plus 30 seconds.
We're climbing so fast. There's the sun. Heading right up into the sky. You can see it getting darker. Slowly getting darker. And oh my gosh. There are the cirrus clouds. You can see the atmosphere. 2 miles. 2 miles high.
You're good at 1 minute.
That's 10,000 feet.
Downrange 1 mile, altitude 3.
There are the stars.
4 miles now.
The stars.
2,195 feet per second.
Oh my gosh.
Houston, thrusters go. All engines, you're looking good. Roger, your last fire, Houston.
You guys are awfully calm about this.
We're through the region of maximum dynamic pressure now. 11 Houston, your guidance is converged. You're looking good. Set 8 miles downrange, 12 miles high. Velocity 4,000 feet per second.
Well, that's actually our velocity right there
Mode 1 Charlie.
on the panel.
Mark, Mode 1 Charlie. 1 Charlie.
That's That's really fast. Can someone translate 4,000? So 5280 is a mile. So that's like a mile per second right now.
Inboard engines out. I'm inboard cutoff.
Here we are. We made it, guys. We made it. Oh, wow. We're in free fall. We got the whole zero gravity thing going on. Oh, I wish I had my hands right now.
Houston, be advised the visual.
I want to reach out. I want to reach out and grab it.
This is Houston, roger out. Yeah, they finally gave me a window to look out.
God damn.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
This is a very nice stereoscopic photo of the 3 astronauts with the moon behind them. And here's the ad for their Kickstarter, which has now finished successfully just 5 days ago. And hopefully when it's done, we'll be able to continue the story, take that module, land on the moon, and get out and walk around from the perspective of Neil Armstrong. And yeah, this is just spectacular. I loved how they created that real 60s room when you could watch Kennedy's address just as people would have watched it in that time on their tiny TVs, and with the lava lamp and everything. And I loved how you could really for the first time get a sense of the true scale of the rocket, and feel what it's like to be in the elevator going up to get in that module, which is, not an area they would normally let you access, and being in the cockpit and seeing, like, it's a little bit weird because normally, like, if you were really in the cockpit, you'd be lying on your back and facing straight up, and the acceleration would be pushing you back against your seat as the rocket accelerates, and you can't feel any of that in the simulation, just because, you're not really accelerating. But maybe someday in the future with, like, neural VR, that'll be possible. And yeah, that was and being able to go up into space and look out the windows and see the sky changing as you get higher and higher in altitude, and seeing your speed increase, listening to all the original radio chatter. They have so many little authentic details in this experience that was so well done, and really they did a good job of both making it educational and making it emotional, just like Titans of Space did, which is, so it's no surprise that they were able to pull that off again. But yeah, I really love this demo, and I'm just sorry I didn't try it sooner and help to drive more of you guys over to the Kickstarter. But hopefully when it comes out, we can all get our hands on it and really benefit from this experience. If you have a DK2, you haven't checked this out already, this demo is a great demo to get a feeling for what it was like being a part of that experience and being there on launch day. So definitely grab it and try it out for yourself. That is all for today. I will be putting up a new video tomorrow, I promise. I'm going to be following up on my Knife of Dunwall series, and I'm going to also do some more Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. That series has been not followed up on for a little while. I want to put out some new parts, and after that, I am taking your suggestions. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see me do? I am totally open. I could do more Gear VR. I could do more DK2. And I could also do more technical demos. I'd love to sometime talk a little bit about the technical stuff behind light fields and how they work. And I would also like to talk a little bit about the HTC Vive, which stole the show at GDC by being a new with Valve's Lighthouse technology that allows really fine-grained tracking of both your head and your hands in a 15 by 15 foot volume of room of space, so you can walk all over the place. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your patience for me to get around to this while I've been working on my research project. I will see you guys tomorrow, and everybody have a great every day.